rise to move that the House to adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as effectively rendered by Mr. Speaker and adopt them as working documents of this House. I so move.
I rise to second the motion that we do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as a working document of this House. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. There is it. Thank you very much.
But we have honorable colleagues here. For those who are not members of this particular ad hoc committee, is the handwork of not a few, but of all. 36 members plus the regional and zonal caucus leaders. 100% consent and assent of all of them. I've never seen in my history here in the National Assembly where a report is endorsed 100% unanimously by all members except this particular assignment.
The time frame within which a company ceasing business is required to file its returns is reduced from 6 months to 3 months to cut potential revenue loss from non-operational businesses. Chairman, may also interest you to note that we proposed for our military men and women, especially those in war fronts, that in view of what they are going through, there is no sacrifice that is too much. And we propose that their payee, personal income tax, they be exempted. From our practice, we discovered that most of our agencies, they make revenue, but they don't revenue, they spend the revenue. And unfortunately, they will claim that it is us that give them approval. We don't do such approval. So we are now saying that they must come to the National Assembly. The Accountant General has the power from by our resolution to deduct any of such money as such, under the guise of taxation of family income, as this oversteps divine jurisdiction, which places inheritance matters within the scope of Sharia and customary laws of the North and South, respectively. So in the amendment, the inheritance tax is defined as inheritance before distribution. Cannot be taxed. Reduction of VAT rates to 5% or alternatively maintain the current rate of 7.5%. The committee adopted the 7.5%. For the purpose of attribution or distribution, the committee recommended that the place of consumption of taxable supplies will be the place of consumption irrespective of where returns are filed. In other words, all companies located in Lagos, Port Harcourt, anywhere, despite the fact that returns are filed from wherever they are located or Plateau states. Presently, sir, what the bill brought for us was to open up in terms of distribution for the consumption. Now, the clause we added is irrespective of where the returns is filed. A new basis for the distribution of the 55% and 35% respectively for state and local government allocation has been introduced thus. 50% to be distributed equally, 20% to be distributed based on population, 30% to be distributed based on consumption. Emphasis has also been placed on the actual place of consumption, irrespective of where the returns are filed. Amendments made to this section ensure that tax is assessed in the currency of transaction and any liability is paid in the same currency. There were proposals that if you are assessed in US dollar, you should pay Naira as your tax. We said no. If the assessment is in US or Euro or any currency, or Shen or whatever the currencies are, you pay in that currency. And this, we believe, will assist us in our revenue. And so, Mr. Chairman, we recommended that if the House do approve, the directors should be 6, 1 from each of our geopolitical zone. And we also added, Mr. Chairman, that each state should have 1 member on the board of the Nigerian Revenue Service because it's now collecting revenue on behalf of the Federation, no longer just because of federal government. In other words, if any company seeks to invest or you want to give tax credit to that person, you need to seek a National Assembly approval so that we don't continue to deplete our revenue and income. The committee has proposed an inclusion in the bill to provide for the funding of the Tax Appeal Tribunal through the Consolidated Revenue Fund to be appropriated by the National Assembly. This is to put an end to the current funding of the Tax Appeal Tribunal by the Federal Inland Revenue Service. This is, of course, to ensure independence and fairness.
315, 383, 387, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, the long title of the bill. Thank you very much.